Well, we wish you luck. It's been a lot of fun watching you guys put up the numbers. Your offense is outstanding. Team's defense definitely stepping up. I mean, we haven't seen at home. We've been spoiled. We haven't seen a dip in really the performance yet. So we look forward to that when you guys come back on October 30th against Pacific Lutheran. Good luck next time we'll see in action is at Puget Sound.
Thank you.
Right. Phil Magbanua and also Keith Welch joining us. Bubba over here, the quarterback, as we have more coming up. Volleyball is next. Also, we'll have the Pile Pack Power Punch with Austyn, Keith, and maybe one of the volleyball players too. So stick around. Welcome back, Pile Pack Coaches Show, as we get set to talk a little bit about volleyball. We still have the Pile Pack Power Punch, which I don't know if Sarah knows yet, but you're going to stick around and do something fun with Keith Welch and Austyn Byassee in just a moment, so I'm sure you're excited about that. But she's Sarah Sandholtz, and this is Keoki Hallford, as we talk a little bit about this last weekend with the trip out to Eastern Washington. Just describe the trip in general, from the bus, the games, and how those long road trips can be somewhat of a blessing but also a curse. Either of you have any reflections on the last weekend?
Well, I mean, it's always fun to travel with the team and be with the girls. So I think bus rides can be fun. They can be really tiring, though, when they're that long. So you have to mentally prepare when you get to the site. And, of course, we lost both to Whitman and Whitworth, which is frustrating. And we're a really good team, and we have a lot of potential. We're just not playing up to our ability. But we're trying to keep a positive focus and keep working hard, and we're looking forward to the second half of the season.
How about from the coach's perspective? What was this weekend like, and what are some of the things you're trying to fix, just because you guys are kind of in that lull right now where you're not getting as many W's as I'm sure you would be hoping for?
True. Well, it is about the W's at the end, but also you want the girls to improve. And they're starting to learn that they have more potential than what they're showing everybody right now and themselves, and they've actually noticed that. So now they're starting to work harder to show everybody that they know the potential that they have and that they're willing to work hard to get to it and play hard. This weekend was a bit of a challenge in the fact that we did also get some injuries this weekend. So we ended up playing our first game. One of our players got hurt, Lou, and Leia got hurt. So then the next game we were shorthanded with our defense. But we did play really hard, which was actually really good after our first loss on Friday. But, with losses, road trips can be really long. The bus ride wasn't that bad on the way back. There was, still cheering, talking, communication, which is always good when it comes to any team sport, is being able to communicate with each other and get past what you just went through.
You have Lou go down to one of your seniors, and then Leia just plays hard about 24-8. I mean, it's ridiculous. Can you tell me a little bit about how your team had to adjust without them in there?
Well, people had to fill in, step up, but everybody's prepared. Everybody's working hard at practice, so we can do it. We have great depth on the team. So, it is a loss, but at the same time, we're still a strong team.
Okay, let's get a little bit of your background for maybe someone who hasn't ever met you and whatnot. Kind of what brought you to Lewis and Clark, and kind of a little bit about your background and why you got into volleyball coaching.
Well, I got into coaching at Lewis and Clark through Chad Parman, which is the other assistant coach. He dropped my name with Lori, and then I came out and met her, and she wanted to know my background with volleyball. And I've lived in Hawaii, played volleyball for 20 plus years, coached clubs in Hawaii, younger kids, some men's clubs, and also here I've been assisting with some teams, helping them get better and stuff like that. So it's always something I've wanted to do, in the fact that this would be the next step, would be to go to a college school and start working my way up from there, doing something that you love to do. So the long hours don't really mean anything when you're doing something you love to do, and volleyball is one of my passions.
What's it like coaching with Lori?
It's interesting, because she has a plethora of knowledge when it comes to volleyball. Being that she's played in USC national championships teams, She's been in this conference for a while. She's also been in conferences in California. So she's seen a lot of volleyball, and she has a lot of knowledge. And I'm just trying to absorb everything that she has, because there's some stuff that she knows that I need to bring to myself. And it's a challenge, because there's things that I've learned differently, and I'm now learning her way, which there's many different ways to learn how to play volleyball, but with one system, you got to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So it's hard for me to learn her techniques, but I'm starting to get it, and I see where it's all going, and she does have a lot of knowledge when it comes to volleyball, and it's just great to work with her, because then I'm learning things every day too.
Sarah, what's a little bit of your background? Why did you select to come here for school?
I came here because Lewis and Clark offered really a well-rounded experience. I could compete in college athletics, but still, go to a strong academic school. And I liked the location, and the campus obviously is gorgeous. So it really just offered an overall fit that I was looking for.
What are you studying? What are you studying?
I haven't decided. I'm undeclared right now, but I'm thinking like a science major, math minor. So maybe biochemistry, maybe chemistry, and then math as a minor. So we'll see. I'm trying to figure it out.
It's been fun to do your broadcast with Marissa, because she knows a lot of you guys from tryouts. You have a nickname, Pants.
I do.
How did that come about?
So it didn't come directly to Pants. There were some steps in the middle. But it started out last year. There were two Sarahs on the team. I was a freshman, and the other one was a senior. And so it's really hard to have two people with the same name, because it gets confusing about who you're talking to. So they decided, since I was a freshman, I was the one who needed the nickname. And so my last name was Sandholtz, so it became Sandy from there. And then I think someone just started tacking on Pants, so it became Sandy Pants. And then that was shortened to Pants, and that kind of stuck. So here I am.
What do you think?
I like it. I get a really big kick out of it.
There's a person who's always at your games holding a meow sign for Kat.
Yeah.
And on the other side, I think there's the Pants.
Jeans,
Yeah.
Jeans.
Do you know who that is?
It's one of Kat's friends. Her name's Meryl, and I met her the other day. But it's so funny.
It's been you have by far the best nicknames out of any of the sports that we cover right now.
Thank you.
Take pride in that for sure.
Oh, I do.
Well, we wish you some luck this weekend. Kind of give us a quick preview of George Fox and Pacific as you head off campus. It's not a home game, so no Pio Stream broadcast. But what are the opponents like? Because we've already seen them once before.
Well, our whole conference is strong, so you can't underestimate anybody. And we did win our first round games against both teams, and I think we can do it again as long as we play our game.
From the coaching perspective?
That is true. George Fox was a challenge when we first played him. It'll be a challenge again. It's going to be whoever's ready to play and be prepared for what they are, and I think our girls will be ready to do that.
Well, thanks for coming around and talking to us a little bit. We look forward to getting a glimpse of your teammates and hopefully some of the rest of the coaching staff. In fact, we plan to have Lori on next week because we have another Pio Stream broadcast a week from Saturday. So thanks for coming around.
Thank
you for having us.
All right, we'll be right back. Pio Pack Power Punch is next. That's part of the show, so stick with us.
Sometimes a host speaks, and words so confusing, so obvious, so perplexing-ish come out. It results in a game we like to call the Power Punch.
Keith, how many years in a decade? 10. That's correct. Sarah, jeans are also known as what article of clothing?
Pants.
Keith, what state do the New York Giants play their home games?
New York.
That's incorrect. It's New Jersey. Austyn, Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Both.
That's correct. Austyn, put your name in the form of a question.
Austyn?
That's incorrect. Sarah, how does a mole maneuver?
Crawls? Digs?
Digs, that's correct. First one to 3 wins. Keith, other than Oregon, name a state that does not have sales tax.
Oklahoma.
That's incorrect. Austyn, name an NL team still in the baseball playoffs.
Giants.
That's correct. Sarah, explore a duo who examined the Louisiana Purchase.
Lewis and Clark.
Very nice. All right, you guys are done.
That was really weird.